by the time I was 16, I got a pickup and a dog and a gun, and I was up here doing this all by myself.
They're gone for 3 years and then back home for 6 months.
Yep.
Wow. There used to be a lot more sheep allotments.
Yeah, there used to be like 50 some bands of sheep up here. There's only 6 bands of sheep left up here now.
Donde Oki? Oki? What? No, what are the sheep? What do you call them? That one is Pinky. His name is Pinky, and he is definitely a friendly one. Oh, is that Mike Tyson? That's Mike Tyson. Okay.
If we get a pack of wolves, they'll kill the dogs.
We've got a pretty big language barrier here because I never learned Spanish, so. Well, this week we're gonna head down near Dillon, Montana to the Helly Ranch, and we're gonna see how these guys raise sheep. It's kind of like stepping back in time. And I know a lot of us guys, we view these people, especially the younger Helly brothers, as someone that, you know, we kind of envy how they grew up. We'd have loved to have grown up with a rifle and a dog and a pickup, right? So I think it's kind of cool. I think it's like stepping back in time, and they do something very unique with their sheep because they harvest their wool to create their own line of clothing, and we'll get into that later. But I just wanted you to see this 60-mile sheep drive when they're bringing the sheep down out of the mountains, how they do it, who the sheep herders are, how they interact with the sheep herders. I think it's very interesting. So let's get to it. These areas in Montana are so vast. They're just wide open country with nothing in it, and people often think of them as being covered with timber, but that's not always the case. Okay, I just got up here, just meeting everybody. So what this is Duckworth Clothing actually creates their clothing out of their own wool, and we're going to follow this process around. But first, they've given me some of their clothing, so I'm going to try it out while we're going around and kind of seeing what their operation is. And we're going to talk to Evan here. We're going to go up with him as we're going to meet the sheep band tonight, and got to bring the guys their supper. I'm assuming the guys who are driving the sheep. So this is like a lightweight hoodie right here. This is kind of cool because, I mean, to be standing in the place where the wool is grown for this garment right here. This is a wool blend garment. Oh no, it's totally fine.
So
right.
we're employees,
right.
but humble employees, the two Mikes.
Gotcha. This is Mike's Summerby.
We're the marketing duo.
Marketing guys.
Yep, and then Evan and
And
Weston
then-
are the actual real deal.
They're the
sheep
real deal.
raisers.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd like to consider myself the fourth Helly brother.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Well, good.
I'm easing in slowly, starting with Duckworth, and then
Mike's
Right.
brain is to be included.
yeah.
You just gotta
Just
lose
really
This
that
is
wants to
accent.
be
Evan
one of
right
the
here.
family.
Yeah.
Some warm burritos.
So how many is there? How many sheep herders?
We have 4 total, but only 2 of them are on trail now, so
Oh, okay.
we just have 2 to deal with tonight.
And how far are they moving these things? I mean,
Let's see, today was about 15 miles.
well, they moved 15 miles, huh?
Yeah, another 10 tomorrow.
As
Okay.
the crow flies,
As a crow flies,
the
yeah.
whole sheep trail journey is about 60 miles long.
Yeah, we're taking this camp up the hill. So
Oh, you are? Okay.
he's going to spend the night in this camp tonight, and we're going to deliver it to him.
Gotcha.
So this is a sheep herder's wagon, sheep wagon. A really traditional method of staying out with your sheep. Goes all the way back to some practices in Europe with Basque people and French people that used to have these made out of cloth and wood, and would be out with their sheep 365 days a year. And this is what enables us to do the same, because it's just very mobile. It's really sturdy. It's a hardy, little home on wheels, and
Kind of drop it anywhere.
Yeah.
Obviously got a stove in it to
Yep,
keep
and
it
we
warm.
like to keep as many traditions alive as possible, and we think that's a big reason why people, you know, dig the brand, but also why we have a quality standard that we do.
Yeah, so some of these sheep camps are almost 100 years old. Actually, a couple of them are over 100 years old.
What, some of these.
These
So
sheep
you call
camps,
this a sheep camp, is
Yep.
it? Okay.
This is a sheep camp, yep.
Mm-hmm.
So like some of these were originally actually covered wagons, like with wagon wheels and everything, and a canvas top. But over the years they get retrofitted and repaired and reworked, and this is kind of the evolution of what they've turned into. The original tiny home.
Yeah, no kidding. All right. They got a solar panel up there and some storage back here, and obviously replaced the whole underside with steel. You can see the steel frame that they've bolted onto there with the wheels and everything. So
that's it.
that's it,
It's a
huh?
little shaken up from the 30-mile drive down a
From the ride up here.
Yeah.
And this is the stove. Do they cook on this?
No, propane. There's a propane burner right
A
behind
propane burner.
Yep.
Okay. Oh yeah, I see the cooking part.
Yep.
And then the bed back there.
Bed in the back with some storage underneath. Looks like the drawers slid out while I was driving.
Yep. Looks like it.
And there's a fold-down table, pantry, kitchen.
Okay, so that's the table thing
Yep,
there.
folds
Okay.
right down.
Now is there just one guy in each one of these?
One guy, yep.
One guy in each one. Oh, I love those Tikas. I got a Tika myself. Two of them.
That's a nice one. Pretty
What is it? What caliber?
Tika T3. It's 243,
243.
and it has a BDX scope on it.
Okay.
SIG BDX. For a truck gun, it works really nice. 'cause
So
it's just
are you
fast.
using it for coyotes and stuff?
Yep. Yeah, lots of coyotes. Coyotes are our #1 predator.
Yeah. Still.
Still, yeah.
Yeah. So how long how long has your family been doing this?
I'm the 4th generation. Just been doing this. I've got 3 young boys now, and they'll be the 5th.
You got 3 boys.
Yep.
And so how old are you?
33.
You're 33.
Yeah, I think so.
Goodness, he looks like he's 25. What do you do?
Well, there's the Fountain of Youth up here.
I was gonna say,
Take into
you're
account.
rubbing wool on your face or what?
No, Fountain of Youth up at headquarters.
Okay. There you go.
I've drank from that fountain. It's delicious water up there.
Is
Truly.
it?
Best tasting water I've ever had. Yeah.
I got my driver's license at 15 years old, and I think by the time I was 16, I got a pickup and a dog and a gun, and I was up here doing this all by myself as a summer job, so taking care of the sheep. So we have, on the summer range, we have 4 different bands of sheep. Each band of sheep is watched over by a Peruvian sheep herder. The guys come over on H-2A work visas, and a lot of our guys have been with us for a long time, for years and years. One of our guys has been with us for 26 years now.
Oh wow.
And so they really love their job. So anyway, 1 sheep herder with every band of sheep, and he's got 2 horses and a few working dogs, so border collies that'll help him herd the sheep, and then he'll have a few guard dogs, and those are like Akbash and Kangals, and those protect the sheep from wolves and bears, coyotes, all of the above. Everything likes to eat sheep.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about that. How in the world you keep your? Because we're in grizzly bear country and wolf country and everything right here. So I was wondering. You use some dogs.
Yep.
Is that the main, like when nobody's around, they kind of have to have a dog out there, right?
Well, somebody is always around. So those sheep herders live with the sheep 24/7.
Okay.
They never leave the sheep, and so that's the biggest deterrence. That and the guard dogs too. So the also known as livestock protection dogs, they also stay with the sheep 24/7, sleep with the sheep at night, and they're pretty much up all night barking at coyotes and bears, chasing them off. And then they pretty much sleep all day because they've been working all night.
Oh, okay.
Yep. We also have some other stuff, like we have some lights that we can put out that flash at night, and it seems to work all right with the bears. But sometimes we'll still get a really bold one.
And so the dogs will take care of even wolves. if you get a big pack of wolves, is that a
Well, no.
problem?
If we get a pack of wolves, they'll kill the dogs. It happens. We lost. Well, we didn't lose 4 dogs this year, but we had 4 dogs get attacked this
Oh.
year. So quite a bit of vet bills. But actually, none were killed this year. Last year, I think we lost 3 to wolves.
And is that mostly wolves then that cause that kind of problem?
Mostly wolves, yeah. The guard dogs are the best solution for predator management because they just live with the sheep, so that works the best. But when it comes to wolves, usually it's not a problem until we have a pack that's trying to establish in this area.
Oh.
So we've kind of established this area as our area during the summertime, and every now and then a pack will have a bunch of pups, and those young males will start to try to establish new packs, and that really is what I think what happens when they start trying to encroach. And it's like a territorial thing. They just come over for a fight.
It doesn't last for long. Well, they're hiding in the they can hide in the sagebrush, can't they?
They're easy to see, aren't they?
Yeah. Which one's the sheepdog?
Both of these guys are. But so the Helly, they have their own essentially personal sheepdogs, and then each of the sheep herders will have 3 to 4 sheepdogs themselves.
I see.
Yeah. This one doesn't seem like Roscoe yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's Ranger. Ranger, the Lone Ranger. What are you doing over here? Your sheep are over there.
That's right.
They love attention, though, as you can tell.
You're
Oh, yeah.
retiring early. Ranger, come here.
Yeah, they're like, hey.
Go on. Go back to your sheep. Come on. Come on.
You can see, though, as we get closer, those guard dogs will start making themselves a lot more well known.
Oh, okay.
Park a camp on that hill there, so we can hop back in the truck.
Okay.
We'll turn around and drive down there. He'll meet us. I've got Starlink on the roof. We all have mobile radios, so you might have heard those.
Yep.
We were talking on those earlier. And we also have mesh radios too.
Which are?
These, it uses a frequency band 915 megahertz, and it Bluetooths to your phone. So essentially, you get a mesh network of basically an ad hoc cell network where you can text through your phone with those devices with no cell service.
I see.
All the guys, I gave them to all the guys too, so we get live tracking and then texting too.
Does it reach a tower or what?
No, it's just radio to radio, and they're mesh, so each radio is a repeater.
Radio
as
to
well.
radio. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Okay.
It's a project called Meshtastic. It's pretty interesting, but it's a free project.
I've heard of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, that's what that is.
Yep.
But you can
So like this
you
is
can
one
only
of the
talk to
radios.
somebody who has one of those, though, right?
Yeah, and we have our own private channel.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 256-bit encrypted channel.
Okay. But that way they can at least communicate with anybody.
With us, yeah.
Yeah.
We pretty much just use them on trail, mainly for keeping track of the guys and then just finding them. I mean, look at this place.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can go out and they'll just be down in a little swale and you don't see them. So it helps just find them quickly and makes the job easier. It's good for safety too, to make sure they can get a hold of us.
And these guys spend a ton of time by themselves.
Oh yeah, all summer, a lot of the winter too.
Do they have families?
Yep.
Yeah?
Yep, they have families back in Peru, a lot of them do.
Oh, in Peru.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, so they're here on an H-2A work visa, and that's 3 years at a time. So they're here for 3 years working, and then they go back for, I believe it's at least 6 months, and then they renew the contract and come back on a new visa.
Oh, okay.
And we have guys that have been doing that for 20-some years.
So they're gone for 3 years and then back home for 6 months.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a crazy lifestyle.
Us Americans don't really think that would work out very well, but
yeah, the currency exchange is really good, and this is a really good job for them. So
right,
they're providing for their families, and they love this job as well. So it takes a unique person that is happy, out in the mountains alone, but the guys that we have just love it.
Do they all speak Spanish? Is that it?
Yep.
Just Spanish?
Some of them speak some English. Mostly Spanish though.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty fluent in Spanish.
Are you?
Yeah.
How did you get?
Well,
Just
talking
from
to these
school
guys,
or just talking to these guys?
talking to these guys? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it really clicked when I took classes in school. That's when I kind of like everything clicked. But practicing talking to these guys really helps. You
Okay.
know, that's how you learn it.
He did have this stuff on his pack horse. He's got a Sawbuck pack saddle there, but they're not going to. He just threw it on here, so he didn't have to take it.
Ok, yo pongo campo arriba.
Ya.
Ok. Un rato mirarte. Y tengo también comida caliente.
Oh, está bueno porque
Yo lo
mucho
dejo
hambre
en-
tener sin desayuno venir yo,
Sí,
porque
Sí.
yo dormir en Borrega
sí.
y de ahí no más venir ya no es campo ya.
Oh, yeah,
Por 2 años y poquito, ¿no?
yeah. Oh, well, tengo dos burritos ya y campo para cocinar más.
Ya, está bien, gracias. Yo poquito haciendo la vuelta a mi Borrega.
Ok. Está bien.
Ya.
So is he just going to leave them there, the sheep, or?
He's gonna bring them up to the backyard.
Oh, he's going to bring them up there. Okay.
I was gonna see if he could get them to bed on this hill here, but he doesn't think they'll stay. It's a half moon tonight, so they might get uncomfortable and walk up.
So half moon meaning they'll try
be able
to
to
feed
see.
again. Yeah.
Yeah, no, they're scared, you know,
Yeah.
predators, so they always want to be at the highest point, and if there's still hill to go, they're gonna keep going up.
I
So
see.
we got to
Gotcha.
get them on that hill. That's where they'll stay.
I see.
Yep.
So how long today has he been on a horse?
Since 5 a.m.
Since 5 a.m. and it's
Yep.
7 something now.
Oh yeah, it's all day. Yep. He slept in his teepee last night with the sheep.
Okay.
Kind of up above his camp, and then he just hopped on his horse at daylight and started pushing the sheep. And he'll do that from daylight to dawn. Wait, daylight till dark.
And how many
We're gonna go up the hill.
how many days does it take him to? How many days is it going to take him to get all the way down to the lowland there, where you're headed?
He'll be there Thursday, so 3 days.
3 days.
Yeah. You can see their heads are all down, so they're happy grazing, and
Yep.
he doesn't have to do much. They'll just graze their way up. So since it's getting dark, they are going to go uphill anyway. That's what they want to do.
Go uphill when it's dark.
Yep, because they want to go on the top of the hill to spend the night, where it's safe.
Okay. So
Yeah.
why is that safe to them? Do you
It's
think? Just natural.
safety in numbers, and also, you know, when they're at a high point, they can see better usually, I guess.
Yeah.
So predators are going to have a harder time finding them.
Okay. I mean, they'll go right up on the very top. Is
Yeah.
where they want to be.
Yeah, that's where they want to sleep, is right on the top of the snow.
So where will you set up the camp? Like on the top
Basically
then?
on the top.
So
yeah.
they kind of surround it?
Pretty much.
Okay. So he's going to set this up right at the top of this hill. We're on a ridge line here. You can see, I mean, the view around, all the way around this is incredible. Obviously it's getting dark, but that's a leg of lamb there.
Whole leg of lamb, just for us. Still a little frozen, but we'll butterfly it out and spread it, and then it'll cook faster once we thaw it
Gotcha.
out. Just gotta thaw it a little bit.
I'll bet.
But what time do you think Saturnino will start moving?
Daybreak. 6:30, 7,
So what does he do for breakfast?
7:15 is daybreak.
He just kills the lamb and
I don't know what he does for breakfast.
So he's kind of on his own for breakfast, and
Yeah,
then
he's got his camp, so he has everything he needs in there.
so he's got food in the camp there
Yep.
that he cooks, or
Yeah, they usually, I think they usually cook dinner and then just warm up their dinner for breakfast. Is what they do.
I see.
Yep. Some of those guys, one of the guys just takes a warms up some water and he pours himself a mug of water and he puts a whole spoonful of sugar in there, stirs it, drinks it, and that's his breakfast.
Water and sugar.
Yep.
He's like a hummingbird.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You get one, but maybe not.
Look at that.
I was gonna say,
Yeah,
we stick to the breeds that we have. Anything else is the other breeds have not worked.
3 of those might actually be like a bear killer, though.
yeah, that's like
That's the problem.
Kangal.
I'm not getting hospitalized by otters.
Yeah.
I'd like to think so too, but man.
Oh yeah.
No, no.
There are a lot of animals that would take me out.
Caveman
Otters
style.
are not gonna
yeah,
have me
exactly.
mine.
Caveman it.
Those
Don't
hard
let
to
the
eat with
dogs
one
get
hand,
it.
but-
river, they had to like come up on the nest or something.
That is good. It's got a little char on it too, so.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's terrifying though to get attacked by otters.
Got your coffee going?
I got some water going so far.
All right.
But we'll see. We'll see if this works. I don't know if I should use this knife for absolutely everything, but I do. So you might not want to eat off of it and use it as an everyday knife, maybe. Tempting, huh? It's too tempting, isn't it? Yeah. It's too tempting. I'm just going for a half a pound of burger here this morning. When you're making camp coffee or cowboy coffee, you're just boiling a bunch of grounds in a pot of water. So to get those grounds to not fill up your cup with the coffee, I learned from Kent Rollins on YouTube that if you pour a little bit of cold water on the top after it's boiling for a little bit, it will settle all those grounds down and you won't get as many in your cup. Close enough. So, yeah,
Looks like it.
there was a few grounds right at the beginning. I think they were stuck in the spout, but other than that, actually not too bad. Oh, good dog. Yeah, good dog. So I heard the dogs barking last night.
Oh yeah.
Probably a
Yeah.
coyote
Probably
or
a
something.
squirrel.
Squirrel. Yeah. I thought maybe there was a coyote going by.
No, the coyotes were howling and the dogs were barking back. I came out and looked with the thermal and I didn't see anything, but I could hear the coyotes. They were on the other side of the river. They were barking at us. So
Now you were saying last night you do lose quite a few sheep to
lambs,
predators
lambs,
Lambs.
to coyotes. Yeah, the coyotes are hell on lambs. So
early
they're
on in
always-
the year or just any
yeah,
time?
early in the year the most when the lambs are small, but yeah, pretty much all the time. Just part of the deal.
Yeah. Well, sheep are pretty. Well, from what I know, which is very little, sheep are very soft. They're easy to kill.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Pretty tender skin.
Yeah.
And
Yep, they're very easy to kill. So all the predators, once they figure out how tasty a sheep is, they want it. They want more. So
we kind of put a bounty on wolves.
Yep.
Back in early 1900s, and they were able to trap and poison them out, pretty much, in the lower 48. Coyotes never lived east of the Mississippi River until when they got rid of the wolves. They decided to try to make a war on coyotes, and poisoning, trapping, going after them really hard actually just spread coyotes.
yeah, made them more resilient.
Yeah, and they even
believe that.
so for some reason when they put pressure on coyotes, they actually grew in population and spread all the way to the East Coast, all the way to Mexico, all the way down everywhere.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. I heard an old timer tell me once. He'd said, you know, at the end of the world, when everything's dead, a coyote will be the last thing to pick the last thing's bones. And then he said, and then a raven will eat that.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. I think that's probably the case. I just made some half a pound of hamburger and some coffee, and I don't think I got any of that on video. Very good coffee though. There we go. Now we'll go have some coffee with these boys and get moving for the day. Have another cup of coffee here. Oh yeah, that's no grounds in that a bit. Look at that. So,
that night, like walking around.
morning, Mike.
Good morning.
So what is your guys' job today then? I mean, what do you normally do?
Well, first job is to get the sheep across the river.
Get the sheep across the river, okay.
Yep.
How do you do that?
Takes one brave sheep to get their feet wet. And usually I have to get my feet wet.
To get one of them wet?
Yeah,
I mean, you have
they
to
don't
kind of...
like to get their feet wet, especially early in the morning when it's cold.
Sure.
So we'll get them across the river and then make sure the guys have their lunch. I'm just approving some shrinkage test results on some fabric. Got to get some fabric shipped to the sewing factory.
Okay.
It's like a little bit of everything here.
So Weston here, you're making the sandwiches for the herders?
Yep,
Yeah?
we gotta have them have food. They won't be anywhere near their camp all day, so we just make sure they've got something to eat for the day, and so they can keep dealing with the sheep.
Right.
Yep.
So normally they cook, whoops, sorry. So they cook for themselves, but on the trail you're just keeping them going?
Yep. On
that
trail, that way they can just what's that? You know, they can just focus on moving the sheep and getting where they need to go, and it's a lot easier for us to shuttle stuff around.
Yeah.
So.
Right, exactly. So how many days will you be up here doing this? Because you got to kind of oversee a few bunches, right?
I've already been up here 3 days, and I'll be up here another 2 more, 2 or 3 more before I can head home, and then I'll be back. So I'll be up here for 7 days back and forth.
This is how they take care of his pack horse. Just follows him around. So he's over there, the sheep herder's over there, his pack horse is just loose. He doesn't lead it, he just follows him around all day long. These sheep have got to go across this and then up that way, and so you got to push them pretty hard to get them across. They got a little tiny band of them across. Now they got to get the rest. Sheep have such a distinctive smell. It's just, I think you can smell the lanolin on the wool. And they're all kind of bunched. They're all trying to bunch up in one little bunch and not go across. Kind of interesting to watch them push these. I mean, with cattle, you just kind of push them, but these sheep just keep getting tighter and tighter and tighter of a bunch. They're not really. And this horse doesn't know who I am or trust me, but I'm just wandering around, following the sheep. You gonna make it on dry land? Oh, yep. Yep.
Kept my feet dry.
Yeah.
It's a good day.
So you kind of get them started and then just let them kind of flow over there? Or?
Yeah, push real hard till somebody crosses, and then they'll just follow.
I see.
Then we just back off so they cross nice and slow, and
Mm-hmm.
they can drink and they don't trample the soil too much.
With sheep, it takes more hands-on like help, doesn't it? I mean, like
Yeah.
encouragement, and
Yeah.
you can't just push them like as hard as you can,
No.
like a cow. You know, cows will get a little angry or frustrated, or bull into something.
Oh, yeah,
but
sheep, no, they don't.
sheep don't handle that very
They're
well.
stubborn. So like if you push them real hard, rather than getting angry, they'll just lay down and give up.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they take
They'll
more
get mad
nurturing.
too. They'll get mad too, but they'll just lay down.
Right.
They'll be like, "You're gonna have to lift me up." Cows, they'll get mad and they'll come back and fight you.
Right. Right. Yeah, or just get belligerent.
Yeah.
Oh, they did, so they bed them down part way through.
Yeah, they like to sleep in the afternoons, so they'll
I
probably go
see.
around like 1 or so. They'll probably start sleeping till like 2 or 3. Then they'll walk for the rest of the evening.
So, John, you're the founder of this place here, right?
Well, not the founder. I'm like the third generation. On
Third
this
generation.
operation.
You're the founder of these guys,
Yeah,
right? The next generation.
yeah. They're the ones that are hopefully taking over from me,
Yeah.
and
So you were
we
saying
can
that.
go with this.
So you got sheep in here, but there used to be a lot more sheep allotments, a lot more
Yeah,
sheep herders, and
I kind of don't feel like I'm the old timer anymore, but I guess I'm one of the old timers up here. There's only a couple of us that have been up here for more than 50 years. You know, I've been up here like almost 60 years, but you know, what I can remember is the last 50 years pretty easily. And my dad was started here. He was in the Forest Service back in the 1950s up here, and the assistant ranger, fresh out of college, got his job up here, and he administered these sheep allotments and cattle allotments. He was on 10 days and off 4, and he had a horse and a couple mules, and he would just go up along these mountains here and administer like 20 some sheep allotments up here, and then the bottom here was all cattle. He would just, run these range camps and make sure all the sheep herders and their bands of sheep were, being administered right, staying on their right allotments, and look for any problems and stuff. So,
and now, so
got
how
lots of
many?
stories?
How many is there now, though? I mean, how many's left of those?
There's only 6 bands of sheep left up here now.
Wow.
We've got 4, and my uncle has 2. And yeah, there used to be like 50 some bands of sheep up here.
Wow.
So
That's a lot different.
yeah, a lot of it was converted to cattle, but a lot of these sheep allotments are just now vacant. And
Yeah,
not-
because a lot
not
of the
being
stuff
used.
used for sheep up high, it's really hard to get cattle to or keep cattle there, right?
Right. It's just, you got a pretty short growing season up here. You can't even get into this country till after the 1st of July a lot of times. There's too much snow.
Right.
And then most of these sheep allotments were just 60-day allotments.
Oh.
And so, July and August, about the 1st of September they were leaving. Coming in the 1st of July, leaving the 1st of September. And back in the 80s, a lot of these sheep ranchers were going out of business or converting to cattle, and we were able to buy a couple of sheep ranchers out and got their allotments. So at that time they had a upper limit, and the upper limit precluded us from having that many sheep allotments.
Oh, okay.
So what we did is we extended to 90-day allotments. So some of these allotments were in lower country.
I see.
So we took 60-day allotments, extended them to 90 days, and then that kept us under the limit. But,
So you didn't increase any. You increased the amount of acres, but not the amount of sheep.
right,
Yeah. Gotcha.
just the amount of time we're up here. So
Right.
now we're staying up here 90 days because we have some lower country. By the middle of September, you want to drop below 8,000 feet.
Yeah. Yeah. You're starting to get some
it
pretty
can-
good snowstorms usually.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look like it here, but
Yeah.
I've gone through that pass up there with a band of sheep on, bucking 3 and 4 foot drifts, and
Really.
a lot of character building
I'll bet.
experiences up there
Mhm.
over the time. All I tend to remember are the train wrecks and all the tough times that we had, but
Well, that's what I call a fine and pleasant misery, because you never remember the experiences that all went well. They make good stories if things go wrong.
I know, but you never forget them.
You never forget them. They stick with you.
Yeah, we're about 4 or 5 miles behind where I thought we were going to be today, just because it's so hot. So the sheep just kept stopping to sleep, which is okay. We just adjust our schedule and keep going. We're on their schedule.
Right. On the sheep schedule.
On the sheep
He's
schedule.
meaning, right.
Yeah.
What are you doing here?
Well, we're gonna cook our frozen burritos, pre-made by my mom, and that way we can have them nice and warm by the time we get there.
There you go. Hey, dog. And we have the one's camp, right? The other one has his camp on his pack horse, but
Yep. The other guy, his horse was lame, so he horse got a free ride to town, and we're gonna pack it up for him.
yeah. So you're gonna run up the supper to Saturnino?
Yeah, I'll help him up to the top of the hill.
Oh yeah. He'll need a little help going up there.
Yeah, it's kind of, there's a few spots that are just a little bit tricky to get through. It helps having two people.
I see.
Someone to just kind of hold, push in the back, and someone else to kind of direct them up through the
I see. Okay.
It's not very open. There's spots where it's like, I don't know, about as wide as a pickup going up through the trees, so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those are really fun with cows because they like to just split off, right, going up to those hills like that.
Yeah.
Do the sheep stay together better than that or not?
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's the nice thing about sheep is they're so gregarious that they just, if you can get a lead going, you know, I'll probably grab 50, 100 head or whatever, start pushing them up the trail, and the rest of them will just follow me the whole way.
I see.
Yeah. Dog leash for puppy here.
How are you gonna take the dog?
He rides on the lap.
Really?
Yep.
Oh. Well, now he's got a problem because he's got to get the gates, right?
Yeah.
Which means he's got the dog with him, and
He's got to do that dog routine at every
yes. All right. Well, the sheep have come over the hill here. We're just gonna follow them until they camp for the night. You can see they're right down in here. And so, pushing these, can I push them just like cattle if he needs help, or? I have no idea how to push sheep, so. Yeah, exactly. You just need the dog. Little too aggressive. Hey, Mondo. So what did he say?
We're already on the creek.
Oh. I see. The sheep are all different sizes because they're older, younger, and yearlings. They're a lot noisier than I imagined. You know, cows are like way noisier than this, but is there a goat in here? Is there a goat in here? Starting to get dark, and he's trying to hustle up this hill. Hey sheep, hey sheep. I can see the GPS collars on some of them.
Yep.
It's amazing that they can keep battery going that long.
Yeah, it actually is. They last like years. is what they-
Really?
Yeah.
Goodness, I don't know how to do that. You can't keep a battery in a phone going for a day. Must not be using much juice. You can see the dog. I don't know if you can see, there's a white dog over there. It's a whiter object. There's a white dog, there's a dog in the middle of the herd. And then these are the dogs that are pushing the herd, but those are the guard dogs up there.
Yeah, they're pretty agile little mountain animals.
Yeah, I see that.
Get around.
Boy, it's still hot.
It is.
It's pretty warm down here in the bottom.
What are you right underneath that vapor hoodie?
Just a t-shirt.
One of your, like a cotton t-shirt?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, that'll make you
it
hot.
probably isn't working out too good.
I would, yeah, if I was you, I'd get rid of that. He thought about it for a second. He's smart.
Yeah,
Um,
it's amazing to watch those dogs work.
yeah, so there's whistle command for right, left,
Oh,
straight
there he
ahead,
is.
come back, lay down, and stay. That's most of them.
Roscoe, you stay with me? As you can tell, it's getting darker. They are grazing as they go along here. Yep. Normally, my horse does this work. I don't. I'm assuming we're going to the top of this ridge and then turning that way, but I don't really know. So there's a little black sheep in here. See it? It's right there. Little black lamb. Take a look at this dog, because you can see the area that's shaved where they've had to repair this dog. He's pretty tore up from wolves, apparently. Around the... Hi. Hi. Hi, buddy. Hi. How are you doing? Something chew on your nose? He's been in a fight. That is for sure. Hi, buddy. Good to see you. Very friendly. Very friendly dog. Yeah, you're the friendly one, aren't you? You got a collar on them so they can see them. They can find where they are. Here's another dog. Not as friendly looking. But he's guarding them. Reminds me of that old sheepdog cartoon back in the days of Looney Tunes. The one that couldn't see out of his eyes because of the hair. Yeah. Are the sheep tired?
Me,
Oh, you're tired. Yes.
sheep is walking, no problem.
Right. There goes the guard dog. I'm looking at some of these little tiny lambs that have survived the entire summer out here with wolves and grizzly bears, and without those dogs they would never make it. Come on, sheeps. Come on, sheeps. Come on, sheeps. If I'm pushing them too hard or not. I really don't understand sheep, but I understand how animals move because they're moving about the same as a cow would from you. Although they're staying much tighter knit group, and they're also, I don't know, they move a little. They wait longer. Their bubble is way smaller because I'm right next to them before they even start moving. But yes, these would be so much easier for a predator to kill. They are literally just super gentle. So you can walk right up to them almost. Sheep. What do you call sheep?
What?
What do you call sheep?
Me?
What's the word for sheep?
Donde Oki?
Donde Oki?
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 No.
What?
Donde Sleepy?
No, what are the sheep?
Yeah.
What do you call them?
Es allá por montaña.
Okay. Yeah? That horse walks fast.
What?
Here. Nice horse.
Yeah, unfortunately it's skinny.
Yeah?
It's skinny, yeah.
Yeah?
Every day, Oki.
Yeah. That one is Pinky. His name is Pinky. And he is definitely a friendly one. Oh, is that Mike Tyson? That's Mike Tyson. Okay. He's not as friendly, which I picture that because his name is Mike Tyson. I don't know, maybe Mike Tyson is really friendly in person. He's tough though. Pinky doesn't sound like a tough name, but I'll bet she is, or he is. This is a first for me, moving sheep of any kind in any way. Now, doing it on foot is a little odd for me, but it's absolutely beautiful. It's dead quiet. I mean, I'm gonna not talk and just have you hear the sound here. That lamb's trying to get a drink. On the go.
Otro bonchi. En tope.
And top? Yeah.
Pirbet.
Huh?
Es marca Pirbet.
Oh, okay. So the sheep here,
Este es marca HL Blue.
they started moving really fast all of a sudden. We've got a pretty big language barrier here because I never learned Spanish, so. I don't know where we're going to either. If going all the way up to that far hill that we can see, I'm not sure. If so, we got another mile or so, so I'm not sure. Armando was either saying that the sheep are moving really fast or that we need to move them really fast because it's getting darker and darker. I think I see where we're going here, and that is a little ways from here. So I think he was saying we weren't going fast enough. I was thinking he was saying, man, they're going fast. He's like, rapido, rapido. Maybe he was saying make them go faster, or they're gonna have to go fast.
Across the poles over the top of the teepee. You just tie it to the top here and use your rope to hold the poles together. Doesn't have to be too fancy. And you just take your poles, spread them out a bit. Just lift it up.
Oh, I see.
And you just wedge the pole in the dirt like that.
Mm-hmm. I see. Yep.
There you go. Home sweet home.
Just a square. This made like a big sky tent. Okay. There you go, Armando.
Good, yeah.
Enojo. ¿No secaste otra vez?
¿Ah?
¿No secaste otra vez? Chicken? ¿Le gusta chicken?
Claro, porque extrañando, porque ya... Burritos.
Burrito.
He says, Evan, please bring chicken and rice.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Gracias, amigo, por la ayudada.
He said, thanks for the help.
Absolutely. So the poor helpless sheep are coming up the hill now. This is where they're going to stay the night with Armando here.
Yep.
Horses getting some well-deserved feed over there. Whoops, sorry dog. Sorry buddy.
No fences up here for miles, maybe even 100 miles in some directions.
Right. So now that's, what does he use for a gun? Does he have a gun here? He doesn't even bring it?
No, he didn't want to pack it. Normally the pack horse packs it for him.
Oh, okay.
He'll only need it at night, but
Yeah.
since he's only got one horse, he wanted to pack light. So
Yeah.
he'll be all right. He's got guard dogs and everything.
Yep. The dogs will work on everything, won't they? 2 more weeks and the rest of the sheep will come out.
Yep.
Do all
Yeah,
this
you
again, huh?
Way out there on that horizon, there's still 2 more bands.
Yep.
What's that? Probably 20 miles?
Yeah,
20, 25 miles that way.
I would say so.
And it's about another 20, no, it's about 30 miles that way. So all in all, it's, as the crow flies, about 40 miles up here. 40 to 60,
But
depending
actual
on,
miles, it's further than that, huh? Yeah.
put on a Fitbit and count my steps.
Right.